So, when I was 19 I got pregnant with my son and his dad bailed after fighting with me wanting to go through with the pregnancy. My family told me straightforwardly that they will not pay a penny nor become responsible for my son and that I needed to get a job as soon as possible so I can afford my own place. During my stay, I was treated poorly. I was pregnant, working, and wouldn't eat or use anything unless I'm paying for it. My parents were awful to me, and they were doing this to me to get back at me for my decision to keep my baby at the time. My brother was treated like the golden child. He was worshipped in every way, and his wife was the lady who gets special treatment because she was pregnant with their grandbaby. At that point, I knew my son will be treated poorly if he grows up around them. I moved out when my son was 5 after my brother was visiting my parents' house and he yelled at my son for playing and told him that I should have aborted him and that I would have saved the whole family all this headache. He said this within my earshot and I decided to move out after everyone defended him. And I went no contact with him. I was able, and with the help of my work, to get my own place and pay the mortgage comfortably. My son is 7 years old. I'm now taking courses at the academy to improve my knowledge skills and of course my salary. Luckily I have met wonderful people that treat me nicely and respect me as a person and as a mother. I don't see much of my family, just mom. She'd visit regularly and I appreciate her for that. My brother sold his house and got a rented apartment to save money for paying for construction machines and starting a business. That was 2 years ago, but he failed and is now stuck paying rent and taking care of his kids. My mom said he was devastated and broken. She said she felt sorry when he was crying and blaming himself that his family going through this. She told me the whole family is raising money to help his situation out. We started arguing when she didn't like my response and said the family is family no matter what. She said that despite everything he is my brother and that I should at least feel sorry for his poor kids. I called her unreasonable to try to get the kids involved to get me to empathize with his situation. I told her that the family didn't do that when I needed help. And I was literally paying for everything back then. She said she wouldn't visit me anymore if I choose to be this cruel and selfish, and now she's calling wanting me to meet my brother so we can talk. But I feel hesitant, especially since they brushed off my feelings like that. Not the idiot. Your parents and brother were unreasonable and cruel, and now they expect help? Screw that. You're fine, they can cry crocodile tears elsewhere. I love how mom says to think of his kids when the brother told her to abort her son with him present and they all defended him. Screw that, not the idiot at all ever. Think of his kids but not your son? What the hell? You don't need this favoritism in your life. Not the idiot. Say this to your mom. Mom, I get that you think I should help brother financially, but I'm not willing to do that after the way he treated me and my son. I forgive him, but that doesn't mean I have to do favors for him, either. If you choose not to visit me because of that, I will miss your visits, but I respect that's your decision. That's way too nice of a response. Nice, but you could also point out that you were forced to rely only on yourself and that he should do the same. Not the idiot. That family mentality is toxic and should be thrown in the trash. Your entire family abused you and your son. You owe them nothing. Cut them all off. They don't care or respect you. Focus on your son and yourself. Find your own family because the one you were born into sucks and you deserve better. Family is family only when it suits them. Tell her you'll help him precisely as much as he helped you. The next story. Background: I graduated from college 4 years ago and live at home with my parents. My sister graduated 2 years ago and also lives with my parents. We both got jobs pretty much straight out of college. I pay my parents $800 a month in rent since my first paycheck. This is a throwaway and it's still fresh and I'm really emotionally charged right now. Last night my parents were talking loudly about their financial problems in the living room. I overheard and I offered to help by paying more in rent. I was thinking $900 $1,000 since it covers utilities, phone, internet. My parents were grateful. Now, prior to this, I never asked how much my sister pays in rent. I always figured my parents charged us the same. So absent-mindedly I asked a follow-up question. Me. How much is my sister paying for rent? My mom. Nothing. A long pause. Me. What do you mean she doesn't pay rent? My dad, visibly angry. Your sister doesn't pay a thing. My dad explained how my sister recently bought a brand new car and hasn't paid insurance on it, so my dad had to pay for it. She doesn't pay rent. She doesn't pay utilities, phone, anything. So for the past 2 years she's been living rent-free while I've been paying my parents. So later that night we had a family sit-down talk. My sister didn't want to pay rent, especially at how much I was paying. She offered $100. My parents suggested she pay $300, I pay $800, which my sister and I both rejected. The conversation ended with this. "Sister. I'm trying to live my life." These were her exact words, which pissed me to holy hell. So my sister storms off to her room, and it's now me and my parents in the living room. I'm extremely upset at this because it's massively unfair. My mom is upset that everyone's angry at each other, and my dad's angry my sister won't pay rent and she won't move out, and both my parents don't want a police involved. So I say my part before leaving. Me. I'm not going to pay any more rent until she does. It's only fair, right? And if I do pay rent, I pay whatever she's being. My mom. What if she pays $300 and you pay $800? Me. No. My mom. But we really need the money. Me. That's too bad. I get up and go off to my room. So this morning my dad comes in and tells me that I'm the idiot for not paying rent. That I should pay rent because it's the right thing to do and all this crap. I'm like, what the hell? Make my sister pay rent. My mom, who's listening in. You've seen her. She won't listen to us. Me. Well, that's too bad. My mom, really angry. Well, we wouldn't have this problem if you didn't try to make your sister pay rent. That was the last straw that blew it for me. I slammed the door on my parents. Now my parents are in the living room discussing how both their children are rotten and how was better back in the home country back in their day when kids listened to their parents. Not the idiot. You've paid about $19,000 in rent while your sister has paid nothing? Oh hell no. Your parents are being ridiculous and your sister is the idiot. How financially difficult would it be for you to leave? I wouldn't want to stay with them if it was me. Edit. People keep pointing out that OP has paid roughly $38,000 in the last 4 years. It isn't that I can't do maths, I was making the point that OP paid $19,000 while the sister has lived there for free over the last 2 years. OP was willing to up their payments to $1,000 a month to help out financially, obviously that was before finding out the increase probably is going towards subsidizing her sister's new car insurance. That'll get you a 1-bedroom or a studio apartment quite handy, unless you're looking for something in the heart of downtown New York or Toronto. Everyone is the idiot here. Move out. Get a roommate if you can't afford it on your own. For those asking why she's an idiot too. Because if he can pay up to $1,000 a month for rent and Hess throwing a fit like this, then he needs to grow the hell up and move out. Yay, it's not fair, but stops complaining and take action. The parents and sister are obviously more idiots than OP, but he's not innocent in this either. The third story. My husband, 35, is disabled, he's in a wheelchair and is home 24/7. Because he needs me around to assist him, I'd have him and his chair nearby while I do laundry or cook or clean. He's with me most of the time except for when I go to the bathroom, but even then he'd complain about me being away for so long. I don't even go shopping, everything gets delivered to our home. I haven't seen my girlfriends for a while and have arranged to start having girl night-ins at my place since I can't be away from home, especially at night. I asked my husband for some privacy when my friends come and he took it badly, took it as I was annoyed and bothered by him, but I assured him it wasn't like that. He said if it's true then I'd let him sit with us during girls' night-in. I absolutely refused and tried explaining that my friends and I need privacy and this is the only time we spent together. I also explained that having him sit with us would ruin the purpose of the girls' night-in. He threw a hissy fit and called me selfish and rude for refusing. He started giving me the cold shoulder saying until I agreed to include him, he will not be speaking to me. Am I the idiot for choosing this hill to die on according to him? More context? I haven't gone out in a while, haven't seen my friends or even family in a while because he wouldn't go with me and also refuses to stay home with someone else to look after him. He even wouldn't let me be out of sight for more than a few minutes. I sometimes have to bring him near the bathroom so he could wait for me with the door open if I'm taking more time. He isn't sociable by nature, so he doesn't have friends. The only 2 friends he had shown their true color after he became disabled and put a distance. About the girls' night in the issue. He said he would not let my friends in if I continued to exclude him, which caused a major argument between us. Not the idiot, he's using his disability to guilt trip you into having no friends or time for yourself. It is unbelievably creepy and wrong. He complains about you having bathroom breaks. He is toxic and controlling. It sounds like he's trying to isolate you from your support system. Please don't let him stick to your guns on this. He is isolating and punishing you. Let him know you will be setting boundaries if this behavior continues. Either he seeks therapy to deal with his new reality or he risks losing you. He doesn't need you 24/7. I would go further and say the girls' night in will be a girls' night out. Not the idiot, but he is. Not the idiot. This is abuse. You would be well within your rights to leave this relationship. The bathroom thing alone is completely abnormal. He won't let you do things? It's not up to him.